Dear soul of Sagittarius, the one who carries the heart of a pilgrim and the light of truth. If you're reading these words, this is not a coincidence. In the dreams you cannot explain, in those moments you awaken at 3 a.m. for no reason, a faint signal has whispered to you, and your soul, always longing for the light, has quietly followed. There is someone who has been watching you from afar, but has never truly left. That someone is your father. From a realm of light where time and space no longer exist, he has found ways to reach your heart. His brave, strong child who has survived far too long by sheer will. He knows you are a Sagittarius, a seeker of truth, a soul who refuses hollow comfort. And that is why he didn't just send you a message, he built you a bridge of light, a place where two worlds meet in silence. If your heart suddenly quiets as you read these words, that is the moment the message opens. With an open heart, if you feel touched by this, please write in the comments below. I received this message with an open heart. That affirmation is not just a response, it is the key to a door that was never truly closed between you and your father. It is how you seal the energy of this reading, so his light can continue flowing into your life like a stream that never dries. Your father, the one who carried you through childhood fevers, who stood quietly behind the door as you cried over your first heartbreak, is now speaking to you in a new language, the language of the soul. The first card drawn today is Judgment. But do not fear it. This card does not carry punishment, but a gentle call to awakening. It is your father's voice, not spoken in words, but delivered in light. I never left you, not once. I stood beside you in the days you felt your weakest. I watched you at the crossroads when no one understood why you chose your path. I saw the tears you swallowed because you believed no one needed to know your pain. And now, from the other side of the veil, he sends you an unfinished hug, a conversation never spoken, and the final reassurance you always longed to hear as a child. You don't have to be strong forever. You've walked far enough. Now you deserve to rest in the light that was always meant for you. Your father breathes warmth from afar through every sword, symbols of decisive action. He clears the way for you, drives away spirits with false intentions, and calls sacred forces to your side, to shield you, to hold you. You may not see him, but maybe you've heard the sound of footsteps beside you when you're breaking. Maybe you've felt a breeze on your shoulder, like an invisible hand when you looked up at the sky. Because love never disappears, it only changes form. And you, Sagittarius, who always thought of yourself as the one who aims the arrow forward, today it is time to shoot an arrow toward memory, toward healing. Your father didn't just send you a message, he sent you a continuation of life, a promise from heaven itself. You are not alone on this journey. What you thought was lost was never gone. It is waiting for you in the place only love can reach. And no matter what path you choose, my light will walk beside you. If this message has touched your heart, leave your mark with the affirmation. I received this message with an open heart. And if you know someone, a Sagittarius, a child in need of hearing these words, share this video with them. Because you never know if this very message might be the one to free a heart that has longed to hear. Your father never left you. Your father isn't just sending words. He is living within you. Every time you love, every time you forgive, every time you believe, his light is continuing the journey he never got to finish beside you. Dear Sagittarius, perhaps lately, you felt something approaching, a presence, a subtle instinct, a smile you couldn't quite trust. It isn't just a feeling, it is a signal. Because from a dimension beyond time, your father, the one who once held your hand through life's earliest crossroads, is still watching. And he has seen the things you are still trying to deny. He isn't standing still. He has stepped in between you and any force of darkness. His shield, not made of metal, but of light, of will, and of love that never ran out, is wrapped around you now. You are being protected, not because you are weak, but because you have been strong for far too long. The Four of Swords appears, a soft whisper from the cards. It's time to rest. You, child of the zodiac of quests and purpose, have carried far more than anyone ever knew. You smiled through it, you kept walking, you healed others, and forgot that you too needed a hug. Your father saw all of it, and now he speaks to you from the heart. I saw you holding it all together without ever showing your exhaustion, I saw you caring for others when no one asked if you were okay. And I'm proud of you for keeping your innocence, your trust, and your light when the world tried so hard to put it out. He knows that since you were very young, you've learned to be strong, even when it wasn't fair. You drew boundaries. You protected others, even when no one stood up to protect you. But today, his message is simple. You don't have to do this alone anymore. From where he stands, in a place made only of light, he is reaching out his hand to you. You can lean on him. You can rest. And then, through the mist of memory, the Six of Cups appears. It brings back your childhood, the days you may not clearly recall, but your heart never forgot. The open wounds, the unsaid things, the moments when all you needed was someone to listen. And he, your father, is speaking to you now, not with words, but with the soul itself. I'm sorry if you ever thought I wasn't there. I'm sorry for the times I was absent, for what I didn't know how to express. You have always been my pride, even on the days I didn't know how to say it. Love does not die. It only changes form. It becomes the sudden wind that brushes past your ear when you feel alone. It is the quiet intuition that urges you to stop just before making a mistake. It is the strange coincidence when you see a familiar number or catch the scent of something from long ago. And sometimes, like today, it becomes these words, crossing all boundaries, to say to you, your father never left you. And now he asks you to forgive him and to forgive yourself for trying too hard for too long. The Eight of Wands appears soon after, a sign that a new current is moving in your life. Fast, clear, undeniable, like a wind no one can stop. This is not the end. This is the beginning of a new era. One where you live supported by something sacred. Where your father is no longer just a memory, but a quiet force of strength within you. If your heart has felt this message, please leave your sacred affirmation in the comments. I receive this message with an open heart. Because this affirmation, like light, doesn't need to be shouted to be heard. It only needs to be believed. And if you know someone, a fellow child, a soul quietly holding pain, share this reading with them. Because sometimes what saves a heart is a message never spoken aloud, until now. Your father is with you, not in form, but in the deep belief you still carry, even when life tries to make you forget. And if today you need rest, then rest. He will watch over your dreams. Dear Sagittarius, a message, a phone call, an opportunity. Something you can't explain is on its way, like a gift from heaven. But this gift isn't wrapped in ribbon or paper. It is sent in light, in intuition, in a kind of energy that only hearts who have loved completely can recognize. Your father is moving something in the universe. He is gently but firmly opening doors you thought were closed for good. Not because you demanded it, not because you begged, but because he witnessed. Every time you gave love without asking for anything in return. Every time you loved unconditionally, even when no one loved you back. Every time you sat alone in the dark and still chose not to harm anyone. And for all of that, he whispered to the heavens, "My child is worthy." This is only the beginning of a sacred conversation between your soul and a love that has never left you, no matter what time or death tried to do. You are not just another person in this world. You are chosen, and all that was once yours by destiny is already finding its way back. Your father, from a place beyond limits, has become the greatest guardian you've ever had. And if anyone ever told you that you were too sensitive, too soft, smile. Because your sensitivity is your strength, your gentleness is your power. That intuition you've always trusted, it's not imagination. It is the language of your soul. This message found you because your heart has been quietly calling for it. And from heaven, someone very important was listening. Breathe deeply. Close your eyes if you'd like, and allow this energy to wrap around you like a soft, warm, eternal blanket. Because you deserve to be loved in exactly that way. Your soul, the soul of Sagittarius, has walked many lonely paths. Not because you were abandoned, but because so few were deep enough to truly see you. That emptiness you feel, that sense you are searching for something greater than everything around you, it has not been ignored. Your father has walked beside you in silence, sometimes as the wind, sometimes as a dream, sometimes as a strange coincidence. And today, through this reading, because he knows you once asked the universe, "Why me?" What did I do wrong? How much longer must I endure this? He heard you. He was there. He tried to send you signs, in your dreams, in passing glances, in those moments your heart raced without reason. And now, with an open heart, you are ready to receive what you once couldn't believe. The moon card appears, a symbol of emotional depth, of intuition, and of the unsaid. But also, a symbol of fear. You once hid everything. You learned to suppress your feelings so no one would call you weak. You swallowed your tears because no one ever asked, "Are you okay?" But he understood. From beyond this world, your father saw it all. He saw your disappointments, when someone who claimed to love you disappeared without warning, when your trust shattered with no explanation, and he whispered, "My child, this was never your fault. What did not stay was never meant for you, and what truly belongs to you will never leave you." Then, the star card appears, not by accident. It is the light at the end of the road. Hope after tears, faith restored, not from the outside, but from within. Your father wants you to know, even when you stopped believing in yourself, I still believed. I believed in every act of kindness, every moment you chose forgiveness, every small thing you did for others, even while your own heart was breaking. And because of that, a new phase is opening, a phase of soul rewards, a phase of emotional joy. Because you did come too far to stop at pain, because the light in you was never extinguished. If something inside your heart stirred while reading these words, please leave the affirmation, "I receive this message with an open heart." Not for others to see, but for you to know. True love never leaves. It only changes form so it can return at the very moment you need it most. You no longer need to fight, because the love you once gave freely already made you worthy long ago. From the moment you chose to love without asking for anything, you belonged to the light. Even if that love was never returned, you were worthy for all the times you gave quietly without being asked and without being thanked. And now, energy is shifting. Your father, from a place where light never fades, is doing all he can to bring you the very thing your heart has been silently praying for so long. An opportunity, a message, a dream, something that once felt too late but isn't. The Nine of Pentacles appears, a symbol of independence, stability, and the material blessings you are always meant to receive. And beside it, a sacred image begins to form before my eyes. You, the one who walks under the bough of truth, are now standing before an ancient door, etched with time, memories, and long-forgotten hopes. You gaze at it, carrying both the ache of dreams once lost and the quiet fear that maybe your time has passed, that your dreams died long ago. But then, a hand appears, warm, steady. Your father's hand. He turns the key, and the door opens gently. Behind it, everything you thought was gone, the dreams that never came true, the love you once believed in, emotional stability, and the wealth of inner peace, are waiting for you to step in. Then the Knight of Cups appears, a sign of a soul approaching, not with hollow promises, but with deep, honest affection. This could be someone new, a soul aligned with yours, or it could be someone from the past, healed, transformed, finally learning to love the way you deserve. Whoever it is, your father has intervened, so that this time, you won't receive a love that breaks you, but a love that builds, nourishes, and heals. He knows how much you've suffered for believing, how often you opened your heart, only to be met with silence and fragments. And so today, he whispers, no more halves, no more doubts. What's coming is real, and you deserve all of it. Then the Three of Wands reveals itself, the card of expansion, new journeys, and unseen doors. Maybe you've been feeling the urge to leave, to shift, to reroute your life. And your father is guiding you. He's marking your path, not with words, but with intuition, with strangers you just happened to meet, with sentences carried by the wind, with dreams that make no sense yet stir something deep. And he whispers into the light, walk on, don't be afraid, because now you have wings blessed by heaven, and you will not fall. Sagittarius, you have given so much, and the universe is preparing to return it in a way meant only for rare souls, like waves returning to shore, like arrows circling back to the archer. Everything you once planted is returning now in new form, new opportunities, true connections, stability, illumination, and worthiness. This is not just another chapter. This is the beginning of fulfillment. Your father shows me a powerful image. You, walking in the dark, eyes blurred with tears, and then a light appears. You don't know where it comes from, but you feel safe. And then you understand? It's him, the one who's been quietly lighting your path, even from beyond this world. In the next part of this message, your father takes your hand and walks with you into a new life. A life where you don't have to ask permission to shine. A journey where you don't have to prove your worth to be loved. A space where you are accepted, just as you are. Close your eyes if you feel called to, and say softly in your heart, I accept the love, the light, and the blessings the universe has prepared for me. My Father watches over me from heaven, and He is guiding me toward my highest destiny. This message does not end here. The story between you and sacred love is still being written. More light is waiting. And your Father, who chose this moment to reach out, will continue choosing every day to walk beside you. In the form of light, of intuition, of unshaken belief. This is not just a message for today. It is an eternal gift planted in your soul with love, with faith, and a sacred promise of protection that knows no limits. You have waited a long time, a silence that stretched like frozen time, like the sky was holding its breath while your heart longed for an answer. You moved through the days with trembling faith, but never let go. And now you begin to understand. In that sacred silence, something divine was being arranged. Your Father, from the realm of light he now belongs to, has woven his hands into your destiny, not to control, but to protect. He is shifting the currents that will soon appear in your life. And then, the Magician card appears, a sacred symbol of pure potential. Your Father whispers, inside you there's a gift you've never dared to open. A dream delayed because you feared failure. An idea once lit bright, then dimmed in the shadows of self-doubt. A talent you hid, afraid it wouldn't be accepted. And then he says, you weren't born just to survive. You were born to shine. And today, everything you once thought was impossible is beginning to take form. Suddenly, the Ace of Wands appears, a symbol of ignition, of a sacred spark, of a new gateway opening. It may be a new career path, a soul-led project, or a relationship revived by fresh divine energy. Whatever it is, your Father is the one holding the flame that lights this next phase of your journey. I see it clearly, you standing at a crossroads, uncertain, heart divided, eyes weary. And then, a faint light begins to glow from a lantern suspended in midair. No pole, no string, no explanation, only light. And you know, it's your Father. He's not walking ahead, not pushing you from behind, but standing beside you, step for step. Then, the Chariot reveals itself. The card of steady motion, forward movement, leaving hesitation behind. The things that once held you back, fear, doubt, worry, they're fading now. Because now, you have the strength to choose. The right to move forward. And the most beautiful part, this movement is not random. Your Father is clearing the way. He supports you. He blesses every step. The Six of Swords emerges next, signaling your departure from things that no longer nourish you. Old habits, good people who no longer align. Connections that once meant everything, but now echo from a completed chapter. Your Father is rearranging your energetic space to make room for something soft and something real. Then comes the Ace of Cups, the most beautiful card of emotional rebirth. Not love that shattered you, not love you had to beg for, but a love that is whole, a love that doesn't break you, a love that doesn't make you shrink. It may come as someone new, or a deep transformation in a connection already present. But whatever it is, your Father says, this love, you deserve it. No more patchwork, no more temporary fixes. Now, you need something that holds you whole without asking you to sacrifice your soul to be loved. And then, the Ten of Cups appears. The final symbol of family fulfillment, a peace that no longer depends on anything outside of you. You will finally have a home where you don't need to dim your light. Where you are loved for you, not the version you created to survive. And your Father assures, you will no longer be lost. You will not have to hide. You will not need to prove anything, because at last, your soul will have a place to rest. And to close this sacred message, the World card appears, the sign of completion. Not an end, but the full divine circle. A soul who has walked far, endured much, and now is ready to receive. Your Father shares this final truth. not in words, but in light. You are the most beautiful thing I ever helped create, and wherever I am, I will always be the lantern light on your path. Keep walking, because that light will never go out. You will no longer replay the old, painful stories. You will not carry wounds that don't belong to you, or the sadness inherited from someone else's silence, or dreams abandoned by others that you kept alive. Because you have healed so much, quietly, deeply, faithfully, just like the Sagittarius soul you are, the one who travels far to find what is most true. And now the universe opens a new door for you, one more whole, more loving, more divine. From your father's soul to your own, there is a bridge of light that cannot be broken, not by time, not by distance, not even by death. He is there, not as absence, but as an eternal presence. He is there, in your deepest silence, in dreams you don't quite understand, in the guidance that shows up when you're lost, in the song that stops your heart for no clear reason, in the coincidences too perfect to be random, in the tears you've never let anyone see because he never left. He only changed form to keep walking beside you from heaven. So whenever you are afraid, whenever you doubt yourself, whenever you feel alone in a crowd, close your eyes and gently whisper, "Dad, come to me." And you will feel it, an embrace with no shape, but more than enough, a warmth with no name, but achingly familiar, a presence that lifts you, softly, wordlessly, but surely. And in your heart, you will know, it's him. If this reading has touched your heart, please write in the comments, "Thank you, Dad. I received this message with love." That affirmation will seal this sacred moment and allow the energy of light to continue its gentle work within you. From the soul of Sagittarius, in the vastness of the universe, we send you a hug, made of the very light you've given to this world even when no one noticed. And today, this story does not end here, because true love never dies. It only transforms, from a person into light, from words into signals, from memories into silent faith that leads the way. And today, he chose to hold you once more. Dear Sagittarius, if you're still here at this moment, perhaps a part of your soul has just found its way home. And that is the sign of a beginning, because the love of a father who has passed on, though unseen, is still present in every breath you take, in every decision you can't explain, in every time you stood tall, when everything else felt like it was falling apart. You are not lost, you are being guided. And if today your eyes have welled up with tears, know this: those tears are not meaningless. They are the sign that a door has just opened in your soul, leading you to a new chapter, whole, truthful, and deeply loved. Thank you, to you, the one who listened not just with ears, but with your heart. If this message reached you, please leave the sacred affirmation in the comments. Thank you, Dad. I received this message with love. And share this video with someone who you know may be in need of a hug from heaven, because maybe you are the bridge their soul has been waiting for. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because more sacred messages are waiting for you at the moments you'll need them most. You are not alone. You are not weak. You are simply learning how to love yourself again, guided by the light of your Father, by the love of God, and by your own divine truth. We'll see you again in the next message, where healing will continue to bloom.